Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Software Engineering. I'm Zhang Shuang from Software College, Northeastern University. Today, we are going to learn software concept for Introduction to Software Engineering. Okay, question 1. What software have we used? Surely it's an easy question. Everyone of us use software every day. We have used all kinds of software, right? Such as Windows, Office, Internet Explorer, and so on, right? Okay, so next question. What are involved in software? When we talk about software, some people will think about software development. Surely software development includes requirements, analysis, design, programming, integration, and so on. Only after software development can we get a software. Yes, that's true. And when we talk about software, we should never forget about testing, and it also called software quality assurance. We understand that after software was developed, it must be tested. And next, maintenance. Just like everything else, software also needs maintenance and management. Management including management for software development, for testing, for maintenance, and so on, right? Yes. Okay, and next, training. Training means to train both the software developer and also the users. And we should never forget marketing and sales. Because software is just like any other product, that it also needs marketing and sales. And only in this way can our normal people get the software that we want, right? And finance. Just like other industry, software industry also needs finance. Well, when we talk about software, many of us will think about code. Code means the program in machine-readable form. That means the program written in some computer languages. We can't say that code was the only component of software. Another important part of software is data. It includes both temporary data and permanent data. We understand that in a program, there must be some temporary data, right? When we program, maybe we'll need to define some variables, right? And some arrays, some kind of size, and so on. Okay? So all of these are temporary data. And also sometimes our program will deal with some permanent data, or it's called persistent data, such as the data in a database, or the data in some kind of files, such as text file, or maybe a word file, or maybe a picture, or maybe a video file, and so on, right? Okay, and all such kind of data, all such kind of files will be permanent. Actually, our program is dealing with such kind of temporary data and permanent data at the same time. Next, documents. Maybe you will think it's quite certain that software includes both code and data. But what about documents? Just now we have mentioned about software development, and we understand that software development includes requirements analysis, design, integration, and implementation, and so on, right? Okay, and we must see that for requirements, analysis, and design, and all kinds of such kind of things, the product will be kind of documents. So that means during the process of software development, we'll achieve kind of documents, such as specification documents, design documents. And talk about software development, we must understand that almost all software was developed under some contract. So that means there must be some legal and accounting documents between the clients and the development organizations. And just now we have mentioned about software management. So since we mentioned about software management, we should never forget software project management plan. Just like any other projects, software also needs plan, okay, and also good plan, okay, detailed plan. So such kind of plan is called software project management plan, and other management documents, such as menu and so on, logo, okay, and other management documents such as logs, okay, which is very important for development organization. And we should never forget about the clients and the users. The development organization should provide all types of menus for the users and the clients to make it convenient for them to use the software, such as menus. Okay, so in conclusion, we must understand that the software includes code, data, and documents. Okay, next let's discuss about software characteristics. Since all of us has used the software every day for our work, for studying, and so on. So have you thought about the software characteristics? Well, first, we must admit that software is abstract. That means it's a kind of logic entity, not concrete physical entity. Actually, software is really very different from all kinds of physical entity that we have contact, we use every day, such as a computer, the blackboard, this building, and so on, right? Okay. But all of these things are concrete physical entity. That means we can touch it, and it may have its weight or its size, its color, and all such kind of things. But we cannot define all such kind of features to software. So what's the color of the software? And how much does it weigh? Right? Okay, so it's really something just logical inside a computer, right? But it cannot deny its existence. Okay, so that's the first point. Software is abstract. Okay, next point. Software does not wear out. Just now we have mentioned all kinds of concrete physical entities, such as a computer, blackboard, the building, cameras, and so on. And we understand that all such kind of physical concrete entities will wear out someday, sooner or later. But a software doesn't. It cannot be wear out. No one can say that we have wear out a software. Okay? No, it can't, right? Okay. Software is portable. Actually, everyone has taken advantage of this character of software, portability. For example, we can copy our PPT files, maybe our other files or data from one computer to another computer, from computer to a USB, and so on. And we can also download a song or a movie from a website, right? Okay, so we must admit that software is lovely because of its possibility, okay? Because it is very convenient for us to copy software, right? So we can copy numberless copies of software. Well, we must admit that at the time that it conveniences all of us, okay, it also caused some problem, right? Okay. And we all know that something about software license issues and so on, right? Yeah. Okay, next point, software is complex. Although all of us use software every day, okay, but all of us, we must admit that software is complex. That means the problem that the software is trying to solve is complex. And software itself is complex. At least we know that to program is a half job. From this point, we can see how complex is a software. So that's why software has become a major. Software is expensive. All of you are majoring in software engineering. And I understand that the reason that you choose this major is that you will get a good job in the future. Okay, that means you can get a good salary. Well, have you thought about where does the good salary come from? Okay, the reason is that software is expensive. So that's why all of you can get a good salary in the future. So far, we have learned about the concept about software and its characteristics. And we have got to know that we are surrounded by software. And we find that software is very interesting and very useful for all of us. So much for this point.